Hey kids, how you doing? Comic Book Man here with your shipshape update for August the 5th, 2009. This is our weekly teachable moment here at the website. So, first thing we're going to do is a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Mary Jo Williamson. Mary Jo and I have been friends for a long, long time. Mary Jo lives in the neighborhood. She's big in community theater. She does a lot of stuff on stage. She's very talented too. And she has a beautiful daughter named Linnea. So Mary Jo, just want to say hi. Hope things are doing better. And get to vacuuming. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. The book of the week. This week's book of the week is from Red Circle Comics. It's DC's Hangman #1. Now, DC is doing a bunch of stuff for the Archie comics people again. Those of us who are a little older remember the Impact line from the early 90s, late 80s. DC's doing it again. They're taking all the Archie superheroes that Archie does nothing with under the Red Circle banner, and they gave them to JMS, John Michael Straczynski? I forget what his first name is.
I've only heard of JM.
JMS. They gave it to him when he left Marvel after Thor, and he came over to DC at least to do some temp work. And he's doing the Red Circle stuff. And the first one of those ships this week, it's Hangman #1, and it's 40% off this week at the store. Now, your other 40% off books this week at the store, and this is only this Wednesday at Alternate Reality, but if you show up, you can also get Doom Patrol #1, 40% off. Ghost Rider Heaven's on Fire #1 at 40% off. The All Winners Comics 70th Anniversary comic, 40% off. And those are your 4 comics. 3 trades this week. The DC Library Flash of Two Worlds hardcover, 40% off. The Exiles Ultimate Collection Trade Paperback Book 2 is 40% off. And the Marvel Masterworks Golden Age Young Allies hardcover Book 1 is also 40% off. All those this Wednesday, only here at Alternate Reality. And remember, all new comics are always 15% off here at Alternate Reality. Go to the website, www.myalternatereality.com. Find out all of this week's shipping on the ShipShape pages. Now, for this week's horse race, Mr. Chiron, we've got Marvel in the lead this week with 23 titles, and DC coming in second with 21 titles. Now, those numbers, okay, look different if you look at the actual total. Let me erase them. Marvel actually has 39 books coming in this week if you just look at the numbers. But if you strip out all the second prints and if you strip out all the variant covers, that 39 plummets down to 23 books. So there's actually only 23 Marvel shipping in this week. If you don't care about variant covers and if you don't care about second prints, you get 23 books. DC has 23 titles coming in this week, but they have 2 hunks of fat coming in on theirs, which is much less than Marvel's. Okay, at DC's 21, Marvel's 23, and coming in third, big surprise, it's not Image, it's not Dark Horse, but it's 2 companies that are tied for third. Blue Wave and IDW are both tied for third this week with 7 titles apiece. They're both shipping, and for 4th place is Image, Dark Horse, and Boom Comics, and they're all shipping 5 titles apiece. So that's your horse race for this week. Let me clear out the board. Moving on, Kids Corner. Little Jeffy, why do we care about kids?
We care about kids because they are the future of this here industry.
Oh, I believe the children are our future. They really are. And coming in, Whitney Houston believes that too. We have that much in common. And coming in this week for kids is not a lot. There's a little bit there, and there's one big book that's coming in, but there's only 4 comics shipping this week for kids. Betty, Muppet Robin Hood, Scooby-Doo, and the big book for this week for kids' books is Iron Man Armor Wars #1 of 4. This is a 4-issue miniseries that Marvel is doing on Iron Man. That's a kids' book. That's for kids out there, so kids, you might want to pick it up, take a look at it. Now, as I tell you every week, Alternate Reality, we get magazines that you don't normally see at comic book stores but are kid-related. We've got
You don't even see them at magazine stores.
You don't even sell them at magazine stores. We're the only one who gets them. They wouldn't be making them otherwise. But 3 magazines coming in this week. We've got Betty and Veronica Double Digest, which is this week's Archie Digest. And these 2, which you may not see anywhere else. Your Big Backyard, which is for kids 5 and under, which is actually a really good book about what your kids will find in their backyard, like you couldn't tell from the title. But it's a big picture nature book where kids will learn about worms and ants and bugs, but grass and dogs and cats and other animals that you might actually find in your backyard.
Any recipes?
No recipes. So you might want to pick up this, and if you're a little bit older and you're a girl,
He's dreamy.
We have Life Story of Robert
Oh
Pattinson.
my goodness!
This is one of those Twilight guys, I believe. I'm not sure. I think
Story of an 8-year-old man.
yes, it's a story of an 8-year-old man. It's a story of an 8-year-old man. There you go. Robert Pattinson's his whole life story is contained in this book. Oh my God, look at that! Isn't that just wonderful? Isn't that just wonderful? So, those two books are coming in this week for kids. Be sure to stop off at the store and pick them up. Finally, we've got the late list. Late list this week. Marvel is dominating the late list for this week. Cons are over with. Wizard World is coming up this weekend, but Marvel's not even showing up from what I hear at Wizard World. You've got Anita Blake 4 and 5 have been pushed back to later on this month and in September. You've got more Dark Reign madness. 3 of the Dark Reign books have been pushed back. Dark Avengers, Dark Reign Young Avengers, and Dark Reign Zodiac have all been pushed back. Hulk number 15, and Incredible Hulk, which hasn't even started yet, 601 and 602, those 3 have all been pushed back, and War Machine 9 and 10 have also been pushed back. Now, there's many other late list books that have been pushed back this week. Stop off at the website.
That's a good idea.
All the shipping pages have the late list on them. So you don't have to look around for it. It's right there on all the shipshape pages. Look for the late list. You can find the new dates for all these books. Now, last up is our basket case for the week, and that is the Mighty Thor, which brings us full circle back to Mr. Straczynski. He always had, and if Bocephus was here and he's not, if Bocephus was here, he could give me chapter and verse about what Mr. Straczynski's problem was with getting this book out on time. But over the last 2 years or so, Straczynski's been on this book. Okay, Marvel has done a bunch of one-shots like this, like this, in order
I don't pay attention.
in order to try to have something monthly coming out on Thor. Once Thor came back with his big splash, oh, Thor's back! Oh my God, he died, but how did he come back? And Straczynski did a wonderful job with that. But the book fell so far off schedule that Marvel had to start putting in a bunch of specials, and these specials right here are what's been filling the void in your missing Thor diet over the last 2 years. Straczynski's leaving the book. He's got like one more issue and then a giant size, I believe, and then he's gone. So Thor is our basket case of the week, and Thor 603 has been pushed back to the 2nd of September, which is the reason I picked it in the first place. Chronically late. If you're chronically late, you're a basket case. And that's going to do it for this week. We're done with Shipshape Update. Thanks for watching. Stop at the website, www.myalternatereality.com. Until next time, this is Comic Book Man and Little Jeffy behind the camera, and we're both saying...
Bye!
Bye!